Hi team, Freshservice is an ITIL-aligned service desk in the cloud. So in this video, we are gonna deep dive into how an employee experience or how an end user experience with Freshservice would be. So, so Freshservice predominantly being an IT service desk, a tool in which employees of a company would reach out to his or her IT team through various mediums. So there are different aspects for this product. So it would be different aspects like how an employee would be using Freshservice, how an agent or a technician would be using Freshservice, and how an admin would be configuring using Freshservice. So in this very specific module, let's understand on what are the different channels in which employee of a company would reach out, or employee of a company will be able to raise a concern or a request to their IT teams or to any other teams using Freshservice. So the first channel that we're going to look at is going to be email. So email is the traditional channel that most companies would be using, or most employees would be reaching out through emails to their IT service desk. So let's take up a situation. Let's take up a situation that Mark is going to be one of the employees of a company, and Mark wants to reach out to his IT team for an issue. Let's say one of the applications is not working. So all that Mark needs to do is to directly go to his mailbox, compose an email to his help desk email address, which could be helpdesk @ his company name.com. And let's say that application is not working. Yeah. So all that Mark needs to do is to compose this email and send it to the help desk email address. And this in turn gets automatically be created as a ticket. So as and when this email reaches Freshservice, and as and when a ticket is being created, Mark would get an automatic email notification back stating that, hey, we received your ticket. So you can see here that I got an automatic notification back along with the ticket reference ID. So you can see here that 2054 is the ticket reference ID, which Mark can use for future references. Now, this very pretty simple, straightforward way in which employees could reach out. All that they need to do is to send out an email, and they would get a ticket automatically created. Any future conversations can still continue to happen using email also. Now, apart from email, so we also do offer a self-service portal for people to log in and to submit a ticket. So this is the portal where employees could reach out. I am already logged in. So Freshservice natively integrates with SSO providers like Active Directories, Azure, Okta, etc. for authentication and for logging in to submit tickets. So once people are logged in, so now let's say if I need to raise a ticket or raise an incident from the self-service portal, so I can directly go ahead and click on the new ticket button and continue to fill out a form to submit a ticket. So one major advantage of using Freshservice is that, so this particular form or the entire end user portal is completely customizable. In sense, I can rebrand, I can add my company logo, I can change the colors, I can add new fields, and in fact, adding new fields or editing the existing fields, it's matter of drag and drop, right? So the admins need not worry about customizing this particular portal. Now let's take it for an example. Let's take the router, or one of the routers that the Mark is being using, or one of the network Mark is using is not working, and Mark wants to write that as an issue. Now let's say router is not working. So you can see here that as and when Mark types up the issue, solution articles popping up in the right. So these are smartly suggested articles from the knowledge base repository. So as an end user, Mark can go through these articles, try to do a resolution by himself, right? So the greater advantage over here is that Mark need not depend on an IT team to come and resolve an issue, right? So before even the issue reaches to the IT team, Mark would be able to do a resolution by going through these articles. So individual articles or multiple articles can be created by IT teams and can be published for end users reference. This comes along with a powerful search capability for Mark or any end users to search and figure out their articles. Now, if these articles are not helpful, Mark can still continue to go ahead and fill out the form. Hi team, need help. And one more advantage over here is some of the let's say unique selling points for Freshservice is that as and when I fill out this particular form, I would also be able to associate an asset which is causing this issue. So since this is going to be a router not working issue, so I am going ahead and tag a router. So this specific list shows me the list of assets which are tagged under Mark's name. So I can go ahead, click on associate button and submit the form, and this automatically creates a ticket along with an auto-generated ticket ID. Pretty simple. Now, for me to check the status of any of the tickets that I have submitted, or for me to follow up on any of the tickets, I just need to click on the tickets tab over here. All the tickets that I have submitted in the past, including the application not working, which I submitted through email, gets enlisted in this list along with the current status. So I can just directly click on the link and continue to do a follow up to get an update on this ticket. Now that's how tickets or any issues that is being faced by the company employees can be submitted to an IT team. But you would have already been knowing that Freshservice is not just an IT service desk platform. So Freshservice solves for a bigger purpose, not just IT team. It could be HR, finance, facilities, legal, etc. Will be using Freshservice, right? And I'll show you how that's been handled in the product. So we have a beautiful service catalog which has been coming along with the product. Service catalog is nothing but of predefined list of categories or items inside every category. Now, service catalog is the place where Freshservice goes beyond IT. It could be HR, marketing, travel, finance, etc. Now, for example, when I want a new item from my IT team, for example, when I want a new laptop from my IT team, so I can directly click on the hardware category and I could request for a laptop. Let's say if I want a new software, I can click on the software category and I could request for a new software. Now, but the bigger problem that Freshservice solves is you need not even go through these categories or items, right? Whatever you want, you can come to the service catalog and search or type in the item that you want. For example, let's say I want a parking permit, right? I can just directly search for the word parking or parking permit. So the item which is being pre-configured by the admin automatically pops up over here. So I can directly click on this item, fill out the form which is very specific to it, and go ahead and submit the ticket. So the tool automatically takes care of which team is supposed to work on this, assign it to the team, notify the team, etc., etc. Right? Now, if you could see the greater problem or the bigger picture that Freshservice is solving over here is for an employee of a company, let it be any issue or let it be any request that the employee would reach out or to any team, right? So the employee need not remember different URLs, different email IDs, different team names, different people on whom to reach out. Whatever they want from different teams, they can directly come to the service catalog, key in the item, and the item pops up. So I can go ahead and fill out the reason and I could submit the item. Very simple. And that's the kind of experience that Freshservice offers to to the employees or to the customers of the portal. I hope a lot of customers would be liking it, right? But what also that I would like to call out over here is that all these capabilities that I've showed you, right? The service catalog, the tickets, solution articles, every capability that I've shown you is also available in a mobile app, right? So we give you mobile applications for end users and for IT technicians who will be working on the issues, right? So it's an on-the-go thing that we promote to our customers. So people, whenever they face issue, they can directly take a screenshot or they can directly take a picture of the issue and submit it through the mobile app. So mobile app is also yet another channel for people to reach out to their IT teams, right? Now, all this being said, so I would also like to call out something very special that Freshservice has built. So after doing a research, we found out that 60% of the IT org faces one common issue. That is adoption of a self-service portal or end users making use of all these solution articles or all the self-service portal that is being built, right? So we wanted to solve for this common problem that all IT teams are facing. And how we solve for it is that, so we found out that recently the trend in which people reaching out to IT teams or different people or having different conversations is more of instantaneous. So people wants to have a chat. People wants to have a real-time conversation with other people, right? It could be Microsoft Teams or it could be similar to WhatsApp, etc. Right? So in a similar fashion, we also chose a conversational experience and we call it as Freddy for Freshservice. So Freddy for Freshservice is more of an conversational experience that we offer to our end customers or end users. Now, as and when I go through Freddy, so you can see here that Freddy gives me a list of options or trying to have a conversation with me. So I can directly click on service catalog or any item that I want. Let's say I want something from the service catalog. So Freddy automatically suggests me a list of items. Let's say I want something else. Let's say I want something new, right? So I can go ahead and search for whatever I want. Let's say I want a laptop. So Freddy intelligently speaks to my service catalog, shows the list of items which are pertaining to laptops. Let's say I want a development laptop, so I can go ahead and place a request for it. So Freddy intelligently asked me, "Hey, are you requesting for someone else? You already have a laptop." No, I'm requesting it for myself. So it's asking me a couple of more questions. What hard disk capacity? So I'm a heavy user, so I choose 500 GB. And what OS do you prefer? Probably I prefer Ubuntu OS, so I'm choosing Ubuntu. So Freddy intelligently understands all these conversations and creates a ticket on behalf of me with the details of the conversation that I had. So it's more intuitive. So people would tend to use this conversational approach. People would like to have conversations and have all these being done by the backend, where all that when people wanted to do is whatever they want, come have a conversation with Freddy, and Freddy will be able to take this forward for them. And that's the conversational approach that Freshservice offers to our different customers. So these are the different ways, different channels in which end users will be able to reach out to their IT teams. Now, what I would also like to show is something that we have built for our customers already, or something that we internally use within the product. We call it as Lighthouse, right? So let me show how Freshworks makes use of Freshservice. So the Lighthouse that you see over here is the one-stop solution that I spoke about for employees, right? So any employees of Freshworks, whenever they want, whatever they want, something from different teams, they will come to Lighthouse, which is a Freshservice instance. So the previous portal that you have seen is being completely rebranded. So the portal basically lands up in an application page where, let's say, if I want to reach out or if I want to check out an HR app, I can directly click on HR app. So this leads me to my leave application system, for my performance application system. Or let's say if I want a billing app, file a reimbursement, or let's say if I want to reach out to my operations team. So all that is being clubbed together and made as a one single stop solution. Now, let's say if I want to reach out for different help, right? So I can directly click on the service catalog, go to the appropriate team. Let's say I want business card for my travel. I can raise this as a request by filling out a form. So that truly makes Freshservice as a one-stop solution. It also speaks about the capability on how well the portal could be customized, right? So you can have company policies hosted, you can have different company details hosted, and all that will be done for your employees in the one-stop solution that is Freshservice. So I hope this clarifies you on how or the different experience that we offer to the end users of Freshservice. So a quick recap on, so we have different channels in which employees could reach out to their IT teams or different teams. One among which is the conversational portal that we have showed you. Apart from that, so email is the traditional channel from which people could reach out, and we also do have a self-service portal with service catalog, knowledge base, and the incident form capabilities, which is also available in the mobile applications. Also, in addition to this, pretty much similar to how Freshdesk works, even Freshservice also tightly integrates with Freshchat and Freshcaller, which also acts as a source or a channel in which your employees could reach out to their IT teams or any other different teams.